Good evening, and I would also say thank you for the opportunity. My name is Wilkening. The reason that I lopped off the Fred was, to be honest with you, when I was with the Carpenters, my business card said Frederick. Somebody knew me and they were my friend, they called me Rick. They called me Frederick or they called me Fred. They didn't know me. It's a different conversation. So that's actually where I went with the Rick. I came here to Southern Nevada in 1985. I was the only single superintendent for a construction company out of Gardena, California. And we did the parking structure over at the old First Interstate bank down on Paradise in Flamingo. And I was here about 3 months, and being single, I didn't fly home on the weekends to visit the family. So what I would do is I would hop in my truck, drive around Las Vegas, and then extended the trips out to visit further north. And I actually, over the course of the 1 year that I was here in 85, 86, I really fell in love with Las Vegas and Nevada in general. So I decided that I was going to go back to LA, sell my house, and move here. So I went back to LA, walked into the local real estate office, talked to the young lady that was there at the desk, and asked her to come over, evaluate my house, and help me sell it. I ended up marrying her. I had to chase her for 2 years, but we ended up getting married and moving here in 1989 permanently. We have always lived south of the airport. In the area that is now represented by Assembly District 21, we've lived there for 18 years. I will tell you that in 1991, I had the opportunity to transition from field carpenter to working for the union. And it was really a dramatic change in my life. I came in as an assistant business agent, and in 93 I was elevated to a business representative, and then in 96 I was a senior business representative. And that allowed me the opportunity to be involved in collective bargaining. I sat on all the trust funds, the pension, health and welfare, vacation, annuity, and the apprenticeship funds. So it gave me a lot of input, a lot of opportunities for dealing with contractors or federal government for that matter. Unions are actually the most regulated entity in the United States. So I would tell you that we have a lot of problems with government kind of looking over the shoulder of unions who try to take care of people and not so much big business, who just kind of do what they want, and we've suffered for that. During the time that I was with the Carpenters, I had the pleasure and the distinct honor of representing 12,000 members and their families. And it was during that time that I had the opportunity to deal with the problems of working people and helping them fix problems, whether it was with the trust funds or their pensions or the apprentices as they were coming through the process. I don't believe everybody that graduates high school needs to go on to college, though I would recommend it. Because some people like myself, I graduated high school, I just wanted a job. I didn't go back to college until later on after I'd actually been in the trade for about 7 years. So I've had a lot of good hands-on training with regards to representing the best interest working people. And I bring that to the table. I would also tell you that one of the things that I was very fond of with regards to that was knowing that I represented an organization whose job was to raise the standard of living for the people that they represented. I want to take that mentality to Carson City, because we all know we need to raise the standard of living for everybody in our state. And especially, and everybody's going to talk about the teachers, but not a lot of people talk about what they need to do to help fix that problem. And I will tell you that if you go to my website, wilkening.com, you'll see that since it came up in September, that I believe in a state business tax. And I see that it's one of the questions on the thing, but I'm going to go ahead and touch on it. I believe in state business tax. I think it's the only way to really fund education and or any of the other things we as a people need that only the state can handle because they have the money. Well, they're so used to playing that shell game, stealing from Peter to pay Paul, but we're not that little town that I came to know and love back in 1985. 485,000 people, that's what Clark County had in 1985. We're not there anymore. We are a metropolis, we are a world-class destination, and we need to start looking like it. We need to start acting like it.